Beautiful morning right here in the studios of Oluyo 98.5 FM. Big apologies for coming through very late on the show this morning. But of course we have to do it. We apologize profusely for actually coming through late. I am Victor Opone, and right here I'm serving you what you actually would love hearing. Talking about the ever exciting world of sports, and we'll be starting from home, knowing that Nigerian stars actually did marvelous, wonderful things over the course of the weekend. Talking about those scoring goals, we talk about the likes of Victor Osimhen, Osimhen a brace, and of course Calvin Bassey, ensuring that he got a goal right there, headed one in, and of course ensured that everybody saw Manchester United getting knocked out right there at the FA Cup, and now they've advanced all the way to the quarterfinals. That's not the only battle we're serving right here this morning. We also let you know that there was action across different centres. Even if there was no Premier League action, the FA Cup action was enough to serve. Of course, we also got feelers from different quarters right there, talking about the NPFL. Of course, you know we'll talk about that one. It's not just there, we'll talk about the La Liga also, where Real Madrid faced the GOAT. Well, the social media GOAT, that's Anthony. And of course, it was quite interesting looking at how the game ended. And now, Real Madrid have something big on their hands. Yes, Yoruba will say Jebeletic Bamolo. Yes, that's what it is right there. Also from the stables of the Super Eagles captain William Troost Ekong, we've got something right there. And of course, we're talking about what I think Serie A. Well, there's some bites right there, but let's give you this one fresh and from the Super Eagles captain William Troost Ekong. This is the right place to actually start from. And Super Eagles captain William Troost Ekong has initiated plans for another charity match in June 2025. He has also released a documentary on YouTube that underlines his foundation's objective of supporting young Nigerians through football. And of course, there is a memo right here. And yes, it is coming through all the way from Lekki, Lagos State, as a lot of people look to see people give back to society, people give back to their fans who have actually always adored them and done beautiful things, following through on their stories.
TG the Hitmaker.
Alright, also let's remind you that there was action across different places when you talk about the Nigerian League, and of course a lot of people will be looking at some of the results and they will be saying, waiting this up. Yesterday controversy trailed, that was right there in Ikene. As we actually watched Remo Stars play, yes, they got in action and it wasn't easy for them, but they did actually get on with a victory of their own. A goal to nothing it ended for them against Plateau United, and of course a lot of people batting highly at some of the calls by the central referee in that. We'll wait to see what comes out from that particular one. But then of course, have you seen a team better at set pieces than Ikorodu City this season? If you show me, well, I will just do my hands up and yes, thank you. Ikorodu City have been marvelous, and they have Maverick doing so when you talk about set pieces, and they're not slacking. Just as they started the game, there was no time to say no time. Ikorodu City scored a goal right there from a set piece against Athland, and later on they all start beauty from the substitute Ayomide Cole, who has a knack for making it off the substitute bench and getting some goals under his belt. And of course the name that was being sung and chanted across the stands at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, also known as the Unicon Stadium, was Shola Adilani. Shola Adilani, a lanky forward right there, and this guy doing marvelous things that belies his frame. And you talk about how interesting it's been for Ikorodu City. Well, they're not far off the top 2, top 3, whatever you want to call it, because you look at them on the table. Well, we're not delving into the table yet. But then it is quite interesting looking at what is gotten right there, Shola Adilani. Well, we also saw the return of Ahmed Musa, the governor. Yes, of course, he was right there with Caterpillars this past weekend, as Caterpillars got a 2-1 victory over Rangers International. I say no be who first score police now in the win case. Rangers first score from the penalty spot. I mean, we're like, what's happening? I mean, these guys, how did you get the penalty away from home? I mean, they thought the MPFL was something, but then, I mean, come on, correcting the notion right there. Rangers, they got a rightful deserved penalty, and of course, it was quite interesting to see that they scored it. But then we'll continue the story of what happened right there in Kano right after this commercial break. Keep it locked on right here.
iṣẹ́ ìyanu rẹ̀ lórí ìpè yóò. Iṣẹ́ ìyanu rẹ̀ lórí wa. Ọlọ́run ògo ni fún orúkọ rẹ fún ìgbésí ayé bàbá wa Pastor Abraham Olúníyì Akínpẹ̀lú DCC Superintendent CAC Àgbàlá Ìtura Ìbàdàn, akọ̀wé fún CAC Babalọlá Region, alága CPFL Lẹ́gbẹ́dá fún ti ìdáwọ́ ọdún 60 years nínú ayé yìí. Bàbá Akínpẹ̀lú ẹ kú oríire yín, oríire wa ni. Bàbá ni yín ní tòótọ́. Ọlọ́run tó pè yín náà ló fi ọgbọ́n, ìmọ̀ àti òye jíǹkí yín, èyí tí ẹ fi ń tukọ̀ wa lálàáfíà, èyí tó ń fún wa ní àkọsílẹ̀ ohun rere gbogbo. Àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run fún agbára àti oore ọ̀fẹ́ rẹ̀ lórí yín, ìdílé àti iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ yín. Àdúrà wa ni wípé ẹ ó tún máa ga sí i. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ ó jẹ ọmọ nínú àlàáfíà, ìdùnnú àti ìṣerere. Ọlọ́run yóò túbọ̀ mọ wo àwọn ọmọ yín àti ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí ń wo àwọn ọmọ wa. Níwòye àmọ́dún a ó tún jọ péjú ṣe ni. Àmín. Olùkéde Dickiness Olúbùnmi Àtàndá. Ọlọ́run Pastor Abraham Akínpẹ̀lú. Orí pé ó ga ó.
Alright, thank you very much for staying tuned. We're still right here talking about what happened in the NPFL in the past weekend. At least the number of games that we were able to catch. Alright, talking about it, Caterpillars, they did a fine turnaround. Yes, it was quite remarkable. Looking at them, also scoring one from the sports, right there, courtesy of the man, Rabiu Ali, the Nigerian Pele. And of course, a lot of people were actually excited seeing the team do well under Ahmed Yaro, who is the interim manager. Well, of course, Caterpillars got their victory. Yimba also went away from home, and yes, they were able to do the job in Lafia, which has been adopted by Niger Tornadoes after the stadium in Minna, the Bako Kotangora Stadium, was deemed unfit for footballing actions. Well, of course, we saw them move over to Lafia, adopt that place as home, and Yimba were able to get a victory, courtesy something from Joseph Atule. And then we saw Bayelsa United also play out a fantastic game against Bendel Insurance. Well, one man who was on the books of Shooting Stars, Kayode Oke. Yes, this man got the fans smiling. He got a goal of his own, and it was not enough as they were actually beaten by Bayelsa United. 2-1 it ended. Now the only draw so far, the one right there in Abia. Yes, Abia State, Abia Warriors 1-0 with Nasarawa United. Now you talk about the recent form of Nasarawa United. It's been quite resurgent. They've been picking points here and there, and a lot of people are looking at them, and their slow rise. Maybe to bode something well for them, but then of course it was quite something. And Abia Warriors, they would not be happy about this particular one. Well, nothing we can do about that. Let's talk about the one involving Sunshine Stars and Kwara United. A 6-goal thriller in Ikene. It was quite remarkable, looking at the balls going right there from the boots of Amadou Lehman. Yes, he is the second player to score an hat-trick in the NPFL this season. And this is quite incredible, looking at what this guy has been able to do. And of course, it was quite a beautiful scene. Sunshine Stars get this number of goals, racking it up, and of course making sure that they can do the job right here. Sea of Kwara United, who are also fighting at some point in the game. 4-2 it ended, and of course look at the table now. Some teams have played 27 games, and some are yet to play 27. Well, some others will play today, and we have the list right here in Uyo. It's going to be Aqua United hosting Katsina United. Well, of course, after that one, we'll be looking at El Kanemi Warriors hosting Lobby Stars. Both games are for 3 p.m. Nigerian time. And of course, right after that, we'll be waiting to see what happens at the Estadio de Lagos Salami. Shooting Stars against Rivers United. And it is interesting how the tables have turned. At some point yesterday, it looked like it was second going to be against fifth. But then after, everything merry-go-round and all of that, it's second against third. No, sorry, let's rearrange it. It is third against second because Shooting Stars are right at home and they have dropped to third on the log. Rivers United are in second spot. Both of them with 42 points. But then the goal difference actually has been the bane Shooting Stars have scored more goals than them, 26 to Rivers United's 25. But Shooting Stars have conceded more goals. Yes, 21 goals conceded to 19. Alright, before we talk more about the tale of today, let's go pay some bills and then we'll come back. And of course, it will be some sort of time as we run on the home stretch.
Abraham Olúníyì Akínpẹ̀lú pé ọgọ́ta ọdún 60 years lókè èpè. Hallelujah. Ọgọ́ta ọdún Pastor Abraham Olúníyì Akínpẹ̀lú ènìyàn ṣe púpọ̀. Ẹ kú oríire sà, adúpẹ́ ní ọwọ́ Ọlọ́run fún àtìlẹ́yìn rẹ̀ nínú ayé àti iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ yín. Bàbá wa olùṣọ́ àgùntàn Abraham Olúníyì Akínpẹ̀lú DCC Superintendent CAC Àgbàlá Ìtura Ìbàdàn. Ó jẹ́ ayọ̀ tó ń tinú dídùn wípé Ọlọ́run mú kí ojú yín kí ó rí ọdún yìí láyọ̀, lálàáfíà àti ní ìlera pípé. À ń fi ìmọrírì hàn sí Ọlọ́run ìpè yín nítorí pé ó ń tì yín lẹ́yìn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ń ti iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ yín gbogbo lẹ́yìn. Èyí tí àwa náà rí ti wá ṣe nínú rẹ̀. Àdúrà wa tá à ń fojoojúmọ́ gbà fún yín ni wípé agbára Ọlọ́run tó ń ti ìfàmìróróyàn rẹ̀ yóò túbọ̀ máa pọ̀ sí fún yín. Ayé yín, ilé, ìdílé àti iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ yín yóò máa tẹ̀síwájú lórúkọ Jésù. Olùkéde Elder Barrister XO àti Lady Evangelist MA Adéwálé.
Alright, there's been a lot of talking right there. A lot of people are actually eager to know what's happening right there across different centers when you talk about the Nigerian League. And of course, we've gotten bites for each and every one of you. Okay, so let's do these. We've gotten some bites from some of the gaffers, and how do we do it now? Okay, let's play the one from Salisu Yusuf after that draw against Abia Warriors. And then after listening to Salisu Yusuf and in the post-game presser, maybe we would have some time to talk about what we got from Imama Amakakpabo right there.
Point. It seemed as though you planted the number 4 on Adejo in the first half, who has been a major fulcrum of the Abia Warriors team. Was that pre-planned or a collision of positions?
No, you know, as a tactician, before we play any game, we must have information about how the team play, our next opponent, what is their strength, what is their weaknesses. And we know that guy is one of their strengths, is the one that supply, distribute, and even execute. So what he did was to block the line of his pass and put a little pressure on him. And it worked. Though he shoot one goal in the first half. You understand? But that's the only thing. But I think the boys have tried to put the tactical instruction into play. And I think they have done nearly 65 to 70%.
Okay, I want to ask about how you have turned around this team, sort of, within a short period of time. They look more cohesive, more purposeful, and I could hear people saying this was the team that were struggling in the first stanza. What have you been able to do within this short period of time?
Yeah, you know, I didn't bring any player. It's the same player I met there. I think they have good quality young players with potential. You understand? Once you can organize them into a pattern and a system, I think they can deliver, and that's the only thing we did.
So are you assuring us or our fans that they will escape the relegation?
Yeah, that is the target, and it's my wish, my prayer, my hope that maybe before like 2 matches, 3 matches at the end of the league, we will escape the relegation.
And sorry, finally, it's a matchup between you and Imama, your friend,
my coach.
Both your co-coaches at the 2018 team.
Yeah.
How was the battle like? Did you get what you expected from him in terms of tactics and all?
Yeah, you know, Coach Imama he belongs to my own school of philosophy of football. We are from the same school, so I think we try to change based on the current environment. Like the field you have here, we cannot follow a free flow. So we need to adapt a system that will suit our players and give us. So that we did. But I always respect. One was my coach at Ingwa in the national team, and I believe we are from the same school of thought. So whatever we are doing is nearly the same if you observe. So it's good always to be together and remember all time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, Coach Salisu Yusuf speaking right there. And of course, interesting to note that, you know, the way he gave his thoughts right there, it was not just, we thank God we got 3 points. You know, it was quite insightful listening to some of the words right there. And of course, a lot of people would say, yes, that there has been that turn of events when you talk about the sevens from the Gaffers, when you talk about their post-game pressers. All right, let's talk about the table. Remo Stars 54 points. 27 matches played. Rivers United in second spot, 42 points after 26 matches played. The same as their opponents for today, who are also with 42 points. And of course, we talk about Kano Pillars, who are now, surprise, surprise, in fourth spot with 42 points. Can you believe that? Right behind them is Rangers International of Enugu, who are with 41 points. Sixth place, Ikorodu City with 41 points. 41 also for Habia Warriors. And talking about the 8th and 9th position, it is Bendel Insurance with 38 points apiece. Iyinba also locking right behind them. At number 10 is Niger Tornadoes, 37 points to their name. Economic Warriors, 37 points to their name. And we have 12th place Kwara United with 36, 33 for the try of Katsina United, Earthland and Bayelsa United, and all three of them are in 13th, 14th and 15th respectively. Now talk about the bottom. Right there, you talk about Plateau United in 16th with 31 points. 17th place Nasarawa United with 31 points. Sunshine Stars are also with 31 points in 18th spot. And in 19th is Aqua United, and Lobby Stars in 20th as we speak. And of course, you look at this run, and it's going to be quite an interesting, intriguing race to the ending of the season. Right there, there it is from the NPFL. And now we pay some bills again, and when we do that, we'll actually come to talk about some of the games we expect today. Juventus against Verona, Villarreal against Espanyol.
Bàbá mi olùṣọ́ àgùntàn Abraham Olúníyì Akínpẹ̀lú DCC Superintendent CAC Àgbàlá Ìtura Ìbàdàn. Tinútinú mi ni mo fi ń kí yín kú oríire ayẹyẹ ọgọ́ta ọdún 60 years ìrìn àjò ìwọléwọ̀de pẹ̀lú yín ti fi hàn gbangba wípé ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹ kún fún ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run tó ń ti ẹ̀mí Kristi. Mo ti kà nípa Aitofeli nínú Bíbélì, ṣùgbọ́n ojoojúmọ́ ni orísun ìmọ̀ràn yín jẹ́ ọ̀tun sí i. Ẹ kún fún ọgbọ́n púpọ̀. Aṣíwájú tó kún fún àwọn àmúyẹ olórí rere nìyí, ní ti wípé kí àwọn ènìyàn ó ṣoríire láyìíká yín. Ìgbésí ayé yín kún fún ìtẹ́lọ́rùn. Bàbá mi Abraham Olúníyì Akínpẹ̀lú, Ọlọ́run ti fi orúkọ rere jíǹkí yín, èyí tí kò ní bàjẹ́ láíláí. Ó jí ayọ̀ mi wípé ẹ̀rí ìwà láàyè Ọlọ́run nínú ayé yín ni mo jẹ́. Mo sì ń fi ojoojúmọ́ gbàdúrà fún yín àti ìdílé yín wípé
Pastor Abraham Olúníyì Akínpẹ̀lú ẹ̀mí àṣẹ púpọ̀.
Olùkéde Pastor Olúfẹ́mi Àtàndá.
Alright, thank you very much for staying tuned right here. Of course, we are on the home stretch right about now. Yesterday, Ruben Amorim boys, yes, they stumbled and fought. They tried to claw their way back, but it just wasn't to be for them against Fulham right there at the Old Trafford. The feet right in front of their fans. Well, not in the actual match, but they got knocked out of the FA Cup. And of course, it is something to tell right there for them. Well, of course, a lot of people batting eyelids and asking questions. What's to be? What exactly was happening? And of course, looking at the penalty misses from them in front. He was quite jubilant right after the game. And it was beautiful scenes for them as Ben Leno again and again was able to stop Manchester United from